Hi y'all, Lila Sparks with Local Ladle again. I've always been a huge Dolly fan.
Me too. I've loved Dolly for years.
Well, I would like to introduce my special guest today. She used to be an elementary teacher, went to work for a nonprofit, and she is now the project manager for Oklahoma's Dolly Parton Imagination Library.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so
excited.
excited to be here and share about our library and make some great food.
And we have a life-size picture of Dolly. Today, we are making watermelon salad.
I love watermelon. Did you know that was my favorite whenever you planned it?
But did you know it's the vegetable of Oklahoma?
I did know that.
Okay. And these are special watermelon because they come from Hannah. I live at Dustin, and Hannah's just right down the road. And Hannah makes the best watermelons in the state of Oklahoma.
Okay, I don't know if I've had one from Hannah or not, but today I will.
It's the only place to get a watermelon from.
Okay.
So shout out to Hannah, Oklahoma, and the Cox Farm. Okay, so we've got 4 cups of watermelon cubed up. I've got 2 pounds of shrimp that I seasoned just with a little bit of oil to coat them, with a little bit of salt and pepper, and I did put a few crushed pepper flakes in them just to spice it up a little bit. The recipe only calls for 1 pound, but can you get enough shrimp?
No.
Okay,
no.
so I doubled it. I've got a large avocado diced up. I've got a cucumber diced up. And then I made this special ginger dressing that we're gonna drizzle all over it.
Oh, wow. This sounds...
Now, don't be afraid because I have some jalapenos diced up.
Okay.
But we're just gonna put them as we want them to because we don't wanna be hot all day, right?
Right.
And then I have some cilantro.
Okay. I love cilantro.
Okay, all right. Well, you ready to get started?
Yes.
Okay, so let's just take the watermelon if you want to and layer it over, see my Dolly platter, okay? Now then, while you're doing that, can you start telling everybody about the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, you know, the history of it, when it got started and...
Sure. Dolly Parton Imagination Library started in 1995 in Tennessee, where Dolly grew up. She started it because her father was not able to read and write.
Yes.
And she always felt like reading and education is the key to a good future. And she wanted to make sure that the children in her hometown and her home county had books to read. Mm-hmm. And so she started a book gifting program where children from the time they are born until the time they turn 5 are able to get a free, high-quality book in the mail once a month.
That's awesome. I've seen those books, and they are fabulous.
They are wonderful. And
they're some of the best books that you can get.
Oh, they're great. We have one right here, The Little Engine That Could, and I'm sure everybody that's watching this probably remembers reading The Little Engine That Could when they were a kid. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. So I think that's really exciting that we have it here in Oklahoma now. We were lucky enough back in 2020 to have a bill that was passed to start the Imagination Library. Mm-hmm. And so in about 2022, it really started growing. And we have expanded it in Oklahoma to almost every county. So out of the 77 counties, we have it in at least 70, at least partially.
Oh, that's great.
In 70 counties. Now, I know you're gonna really want to hear what happens if we get all 77
yes,
counties.
I did.
If we get all 77 counties covered, then Dolly will come to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And so we're really working on that. And that is, and I know Lila knows about this because you all have been instrumental in making sure that the children and families in your area have access to Dolly Parton's Imagination Library.
Yes.
Because it does require a local sponsor and it requires local champions and donors, and you all have been great to do that, so thank you.
Well, just fortunate, and we are so blessed where we live that people in all the areas that we serve, they really like to volunteer and get involved. So whenever I mentioned to a group first at McIntosh County that, you know, I'd like to help out and help this get started, everybody dove in, and that's really what it takes is grassroots around everywhere to get it going.
Yes, absolutely.
So we've had McIntosh County for over a year now, and we reached out to more children than the Dolly Parton Imagination Library program thought that we could do in a year, so yay for us. And now we're getting it going in Okmulgee and Okfuskee County.
Thank you so much. And I know those children and families are really going to benefit and be so excited to get those books. My kids got those books when they were little because we lived in Arkansas and they've had Imagination Library for a long time. And they still remember how excited they were to go to the mailbox and have that book that was just for them. And so I'm so excited that it's expanding, and I think that there's nothing better than being able to read to children and having that love of reading throughout their life. Okay, Lila, this looks really good.
This is wonderful. Can you smell it?
Yes. I
it's-
love to have watermelon with spicy things. That's one of my favorites. I put tahini on mine at home.
You know, I was going to bring that this morning. Whoops. And I thought, well, no, that might be too spicy, but I like that too. All right, well, there is the salad. And you can sprinkle however much jalapeno you think. Do you like cilantro too?
I do. I am one of those people that does like cilantro. I know people have strong feelings about it either way, but I love it. Okay, how hot do you want to feel today?
Just a tad bit.
Okay. It is already hot outside.
All right.
I'll get a little bit more over here.
You know, books are expensive.
They are.
And not all families can afford very many books or books at all. And so I know this helped with this, but what's the impact on the books as far as literacy?
Well, whenever you read to a child, even from the time they're infants, you're helping that cognitive development. Because you're reading, you know, you're going to be hugged up and close, and they're probably going to be in your lap.
Making memories.
Yes. You're really increasing that parent-child bond or that grandparent-child bond, and it helps with their vocabulary. It helps them learn just, you know, parts of a book, learn to turn the pages. You know, sometimes we take that for granted, but really children have to learn all of those skills. And 90% of their brain development happens before they even go to kindergarten. 90%. And so that's why it is so important to make sure that they have access to books at home. And it's really important in Oklahoma because, unfortunately, we have a literacy rate that is one of the lowest in the country. And we have found out recently that 69% of children under 3 are not read to daily. But what we're finding with the Imagination Library is that if they get this great book in the mail and it's right there in the living room or it's on the kitchen counter where the mail is, the parents are going to see it and they're going to read. Because I know when I had young children, you get busy. And sometimes if it's just not right there in front of your face, you know, you can just go about your daily routine and forget. But having these books delivered to them and just having them available
makes them feel special.
It does. And the kids want to read them.
Well, you know, we didn't use all the watermelon. So now we're gonna make a watermelon limeade.
Oh, good, because that's gonna be a little hot. So we're gonna need something to
cool down. Okay, we're gonna use 4 cups again of watermelon cubed up. And I've got 2 limes here cut in half because we need some fresh lime juice. Now it calls for a half a cup of honey, but we're gonna eyeball it, okay? It calls for a cup of water and some ice. So if you'll get started putting the watermelon and stuff in there, well, I want you to tell us how can people in the communities get involved with Dolly Parton Imagination Library?
Well,
doesn't that smell good?
Oh, it smells really good. Well, in order for a county or a city or any area really to have the Imagination Library, they have to have a local 501c3 nonprofit partner. And this is because nonprofits can mail things for a reduced rate. And so we really need those local sponsors. And so once someone agrees to be the local affiliate or program partner, then they need to start making sure that they have enough money to fund it. Now, one thing that's really great that our state legislature did was they put $2 million toward the Dolly Parton Imagination Library this year in the budget,
That's awesome.
which is amazing because, and you know, I think we're all committed to making sure that Oklahoma's children have everything they need to succeed in school.
Right.
And so because of that, each book cost $1.30. So per child, it's $1.30. It doesn't sound like very much, but if you think about all the children in your county, you know, even if you just have 400 children under 5 in your county, that really adds up. And so those local nonprofit partners fundraise, and people are doing really creative things all around the state. Dolly Parton's birthday is in January,
Yes.
and a lot of people around the state have done things they've had Dolly Day celebrations where they have different events and like little carnivals and different activities to fundraise.
And I've
for
seen
that.
people dress up as Dolly.
Yes, yes. And I think that, we're just going to keep getting more creative and keep getting stronger in our fundraising through the state. I kind of have a dream of having like a big concert or something that could raise money because it's Dolly. We need to take advantage of all the great Oklahoma music we have. Okay, so I'm going to eyeball this.
Eyeball a half a cup.
Oh, this is Oklahoma native honey.
Yeah.
Nice.
That smells good too.
It really does. Okay, I think that's probably about half a cup.
Just
Maybe
throw
a
some
little
more in there.
It's okay.
It can't hurt it.
Too much
so.
honey never hurt anybody.
And here's a cup of water.
Okay.
And
this really does smell so good.
now you don't have to use all of this ice, but at least maybe half of it. And
Okay.
then we'll get started on it and see what it looks like. Well, this looks fantastic. We've got watermelon salad that has shrimp in it. We've got watermelon limeade. It's all gonna taste great. Why don't you start getting our plates, and I'm gonna pour the punch. And do you mind telling everybody how they can check to see if Dolly Parton Imagination Library is available in their area? And if not, how they can get signed up?
Absolutely. Well, you can go online to imaginationlibrary.com, and it's really just as simple as putting in your zip code. And when you put your zip code in, it will tell you that it is available in your area or not. And actually, if it's not available in your area yet, because we know we will get all of Oklahoma because we
Yes.
do want Dolly here. We
Yes.
want all the kids to have it. But it will allow you even to sign up for an alert whenever it does become available in your
Okay.
area. And so the application is online, but a lot of the local libraries have the applications just there too.
Oh,
And
okay.
so there are lots of different ways to sign up.
And
but-
I've seen a QR code at some of them.
Yes.
So it's easy.
Absolutely.
So if
Super
you got
easy.
littles running around with you,
Yes.
you don't have to have a sheet of paper.
You do not. And, grandparents can sign up for their grandchildren too. So
Yes.
if they want to make sure that they have the books at their house, they can sign up too.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay,
good.
well, so are you ready?
Yes. All right, this looks great. Make sure I get a big chunk of watermelon. Okay.
I can't get mine on my...
That is so good.
And fresh.
Very good. And just the right amount of heat, not too much. Okay, you're right. Hannah watermelons are really good.
Yes.
I hope people from Rush Springs don't get mad.
All right, I'm gonna try this limeade. Stir it up good.
Okay.
Wow. That is awesome.
Oh, that's so refreshing.
I could drink this every day.
Maybe I will. Maybe I'll start making this at home every day. My family would be really happy about that.
Until watermelon season is over.
Well, that's true.
I'm so thankful that Dolly took something that was dear to her heart, and just like Dolly does, she spreads goodness everywhere.
Absolutely. And this Imagination Library is all over the world. There are children in Australia, in the UK, and several other places that are getting books too.
It
So,
just warms
it's
my
amazing.
heart because she started it out of the love for her dad
Yes.
and the love for the town where she's from. And now it has spread to all of us.
Yes, and she tells a story about how before her dad passed away, that he said that it was the thing that he was most proud of her for.
Out of all the things she's
And
done.
if you think of all the things that she's done. And so that just kind of gives me the chills just to think about it and how important that is to her and just how important it is to Oklahoma that we have it.
I think we should cheers to Dolly.
Absolutely. To
Cheers
Dolly.
to Dolly.